How to know your relationship is over. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christine Loveridge and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today we're going to be talking about how to tell if your relationship is over. So obviously if you're new to my channel and this is the video that you've searched for and you found, then you have some suspicions that some things are happening in your relationship that are perhaps not that great, and you are trying to figure out if you guys are ending. So I'm going to get into the first sign, and the first sign your relationship is over is you are no longer attracted to them, or they are no longer attracted to you. So obviously, if you are no longer attracted to your partner, then that's obviously a very, very bad sign, because obviously you're in a romantic relationship and everything that goes along with a romantic relationship. And if you're no longer attracted to them and you no longer find them appealing, then I'm afraid you guys might be on the way out, because if you're not attracted to them romantically, then they're obviously going to feel that on some level. So you need to be very, very aware of the fact that your relationship could be ending. So obviously if it's you that is no longer attracted to them, then you know you're not attracted to them. But what if you are worried that they are no longer attracted to you? So what are the signs? One of the actual small signs that you might be able to see if someone isn't attracted to you anymore, if your partner's not attracted to you, is sometimes if they like roll their eyes, like if they're like, when you do stuff, that's actually a sign of disgust. When you're going, that kind of eye roll, is a sign of disgust. Now, it doesn't mean necessarily that they are disgusted by you or you're disgusted by them all of the time, but it is a sign of disgust. Now, it may have just been in that single moment that you felt that way or they felt that way, but it is a warning sign. So another way you can tell if your partner is no longer attracted to you is they probably have stopped lovemaking. They don't want to be really close to you and cuddle you like they did at the beginning of the relationship. And I mean, when I say this, I mean all the time. Obviously, some things can happen, like for whatever your partner may not want to make love with you because, let's say, they've had a stressful day at work, or they're just in a stressful environment, or they've just got a lot of things on their mind that is troubling them. Obviously, when we're feeling down or stressed, we don't want to, make love. So just because this may happen a few times doesn't mean that they are not attracted to you anymore. But it's when it's pretty much stopped completely. They're no longer reaching out for you, wanting cuddles or touching you or just wanting to be close with you. If you find that they're turning away, or they're, let's say going to bed really, really early to avoid any sort of like bedroom antics, that's a really bad sign. If they're no longer complimenting you on your looks, that sort of thing, or you can't see by the way that they look at you that they're not attracted to you, that's another sign as well. So if you just get the sense and the feeling that they're put off by you, they feel disgusted by you, they don't want to touch you or be near you, and they're always say like on their phone or just ignoring you or going to bed early, that kind of thing, then that's something you really need to pay attention to, and your relationship could potentially be over. So the second sign your relationship is over is you have feelings for someone else, or you are suspicious that they have feelings for someone else. So obviously if you are having feelings for someone else, like real romantic feelings, and you want to go into that new relationship, then obviously it's not good. Your current relationship is going to suffer for it. If you no longer have those feelings for your partner and you suddenly have these feelings for someone else, that's a bad sign. Obviously your relationship is going to end if you are not in love with your partner, but you're in love with someone else. However, how can you tell if, let's say, your partner is in love with someone else? So these are some signs to look out for. Going out and not really telling you where they're going, or they're hiding their phone from you, or they take their phone everywhere with them. Like, let's say they didn't used to, like let's say they always take their phone to go shower, or they take their phone, they hide their phone. Anything like with them being suspicious around their phone and doing something different with their phone than they usually did in the previous months or years that you've been in your relationship. So like hiding it, taking it everywhere with them, that kind of thing. then that's something that you to be really, really wary of. And also, if you, let's say they're on their phone and you come into the room, do they like stop what they're doing or something? Do they look suspicious, like they're hiding something from you? They might also have this feeling of guilt around them, like they feel bad for something. Now, I've been cheated on in the past. That's something that I've experienced. And what I noticed was strange occurrences with my ex, with her phone, that kind of thing. And they did have this sense of guilt surrounding them. So this is something that I know from experience. So make sure that you're very wary with how they are with their phone and their communication. And just, I guess, any form of secrecy. So the third sign your relationship is over is you fantasize about being single. Or you want to be single. And now, of course, everyone's always going to have those moments where they feel like the grass is greener on the other side. And, reminisce about their, old days of being single when they had no responsibilities and all that kind of thing. That's something kind of that everyone kind of experiences and goes through and thinks about. It's when you are deeply longing for your alone time, when you are deeply longing for that feeling of being single and seeing other people or, going on dates or whatever it is that you used to do in your single days. If you're really yearning for it and it's making you sad and miserable and you just dread being with your partner and dread when you're home alone together or something, then that's obviously a sign that your relationship is coming to an end. Being in a relationship should be great. You should be feeling happy to be around your partner, happy when you come home from work and they're there, or they come home from work and you're there, and you feel so excited to see each other and stuff. But if you're not, if you're dreading it, and if you're wishing that you're single so bad, then obviously your relationship might be coming to an end. The fourth sign your relationship is over is you are always arguing. You're always at each other's throats and nothing ever seems to get resolved. So if you're constantly fighting and it seems like every day or every other day you're in a new argument, that's a bad sign. Again, relationships should be fun and enjoyable, and it's all about giving to each other and sharing experiences together. And if you're always having a negative experience with each other, that you're always arguing or you're always not getting along or you're always butting heads for whatever reason, then it's not good. It's clearly that there's some sort of like bad way that you're communicating with each other. You're not fully understanding each other or something along those lines. So please be wary of that. Fifth sign your relationship is over is you both want different things. And I mean the big things. So you have clashes when it comes to marriage, to having children, so let's say you don't want children and your partner does, or your partner wants to get married but you don't, or you want to live in this area but your partner wants to live in another area, or you have differences in lifestyle. So let's say you really like to go out and party on the weekends where your partner prefers to stay home and watch Netflix and likes to be more of a family indoor person, where you like to be an outdoorsy person. So these are obviously big lifestyle things. Your lifestyles need to match, and you need to have the big things, like the big deal breakers that can make or break a relationship in alignment. So you both want to have children, or you both don't want to have children. You both want to get married, or you both don't want to get married. Those things need to be in alignment, and trust me, you cannot change your partner. And you shouldn't go into a relationship assuming that your partner is going to change, because they probably won't. I say this a lot, and it's this. You must assume that the person you are with is always going to be that way. So if they're a party person, you must assume they're always going to be a party person. If they dislike marriage, you have to, realize that they might always dislike marriage. Now, that doesn't mean that they can't change, but it's best to assume that they won't, because if you go into a relationship wanting to change them, it's more likely that you're going to end up with someone that you don't want to be with because they haven't changed. So if your lifestyles don't match and you have clashes in opinions on big things, then I don't think it's going to work out. Your relationship could be over. So the sixth sign that your relationship is over is you don't communicate with each other. When you're with your partner, do you feel like you can fully express how you feel? And when you're fully expressing how you feel, Do you notice that your partner is actually paying attention to you and giving you their full presence? Do you notice that? Are they paying attention to you? When you come to them with something big, or when you come to them with just anything really, are they looking at you? Are they paying attention to you? Are they putting their phone down so they can fully give you their full attention? Or what about reverse? Do you find yourself doing other things while your partner is talking to you? Do you not turn off Netflix? Do you carry on watching the TV? Do you sometimes notice that your partner's just said something and you realized you weren't listening and you didn't even ask them to repeat it? Because that's something that I do. If I feel like my partner has said something to me and I didn't listen for whatever reason, so let's say I was replying to a text at the same time, I ask my fiance to repeat what they said because I didn't listen the first time around properly. And there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, it's best to listen the first time around, but if you didn't fully understand something, then you need to ask them again, or ask them to tell you more so you can understand better, because you might get the wrong end of the stick. I really like the saying about the analogy of like we having two ears and one mouth for a reason, is that we must first seek to understand and then to be understood. It's not good enough to just listen to what your partner is saying, but also to understand where they're coming from, what they really mean when they say certain things. And the best way to find out what they mean is to say, well, what do you mean? You know, that's the best thing to use. Well, not the best thing, but it's one of the best things to say when you don't understand your partner. Just, what do you mean by that? What do you mean when you say that? You know, even if you do kind of have a clue about what they mean, but you just want to make sure that you fully understand what they say, and you say, what do you mean? So if you're not doing those things, or your partner is refusing to do those things, they're refusing to turn the TV off when you come to them, or they're refusing to, you know, put their phone down and stop scrolling through Facebook when you come and talk to them, or they never listen to what you say, and they're not willing to change that and to actually pay attention to you, then obviously your relationship could be coming to an end. Because you have to pay attention to, first of all, you need to pay attention to your partner, and secondly, they also need to pay attention to you. A series that I did on my channel that you might be interested in is a 3-part series, and it's about how to have a happier relationship with your girlfriend or wife. And although it's targeted at lesbians who are attracted to feminine women, or men who are attracted to women, it might be interesting for a female to watch it as well, if you are not interested in women. So that might help you as well. That might give you a few clues on how you would like your boyfriend or husband to treat you, or vice versa. So if you're interested in that video series, then please go and check that out. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. And if you would like help with me personally, and if you're having troubles with your relationship and you don't really know what to do, then you can get coaching with me by going to www.christineloveridge.com/shop, or alternatively, there is an email address where you can email me directly in the description box. So please go and email me at that if you would want to work out some coaching through that way. And all you need to do is just send me what your issues are, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye, guys.